Hello everyone, I am Mihir Dharmadhikari, a PhD student at the University of Nevada, Reno. In this video, I will present our work on hypergame based adaptive behavior path planner for combined exploration and visual search of unknown environments. Robotic systems are being deployed in a wide set of applications for autonomous information gathering. The current research in the domain primarily focuses on optimization of a single objective. However, the diverse set of challenges posed by the unknown environment requires planning strategies that can adapt to the environmental conditions. In response to this, the proposed method utilizes a library of planning behaviors, each optimized for exploration or visual search. We model the robot's interaction with the environment through the concept of hypergame. This formulation is utilized to select the optimal planning behavior at any point in time based on the perceived environmental conditions. A hypergame occurs when at least one of the players of the game does not know all the strategies in the game. In this work, the robot and the environment are considered as the two players of the hypergame. The robot aims to explore and visually search the environment with two different frustum constraint sensors. On the other hand, the environment poses certain challenges to the robot about which the robot can only make uncertain inferences. For effective decision making as well as collision free navigation, the planner utilizes a dual representation of the environment, namely a volumetric map and a lightweight topological graph. The volumetric map is used for collision free navigation, volumetric calculations, and evaluation of the areas covered so far. We further annotate the occupied voxels in the map that lie in the visual camera frustum as the voxels seen by the camera. In this work, we use VoxBlocks as the volumetric mapping framework. Alongside the volumetric map, a topological graph is built. The vertices in the graph represent points in the space and encode the belief of the planner about the topology of the environment around it. In this work, we consider two topologies, room and corridor-like environments. The topology identification is done using the spatial distribution of the instantaneous point cloud obtained by the depth sensor. The optimal behavior selection method is divided into two steps. In the first step, the main planning mode, that is exploration or visual coverage, is selected. The decision takes place based on three criteria as formulated in the equation shown here. First is the percentage of the mapped surface seen by the camera within a local volume around the current robot location. Second is the planner's belief about the topology of the environment. The third is the robot's assessment of the performance of each behavior in the last n iterations. As volumetric exploration and visual search optimize for different objectives, their performance is calculated based on the respective objective. The performance of a behavior in the ith iteration is calculated using the change in the percentage of volume mapped by the depth sensor and change in the percentage of surface seen by the visual camera. This is formulated as shown in the equation on bottom left. The cumulative performance over n planning iterations is calculated as the weighted sum of the performances in each iteration after subtracting a threshold value from them. The formulation of the performance term can be seen in the equations on the bottom right. The behavior having the higher score is selected and the corresponding path is calculated. If coverage behavior is selected, the planner further evaluates the optimal subbehavior, namely the sparse or dense visual coverage. The sparse coverage is tailored towards well-lit areas and faster coverage, whereas the dense coverage is tuned for darker environments. A second score is evaluated for each subbehavior that depends on the environment lighting conditions and the performance of the subbehavior in the last n planning iterations. The equation shown here shows the formulation of this score. The light condition score is determined using the camera image brightness as shown in the first equation on the right. The term ID denotes the fraction of image pixels that have intensity below a given threshold. The performance term is calculated in the same way as discussed in the previous slide. We now explain the path planning strategies for the exploration and coverage behaviors. The exploration planner is based on our previous work on a graph-based exploration path planner called GB Planner. In each planning iteration, the planner builds an undirected graph around the current robot location. The Dijkstra shortest paths from the root vertex to each vertex in the graph are calculated, and an exploration gain is calculated for each path. The formulation of the exploration gain is shown in the equation here. The gain is related to the amount of unknown volume that will be mapped by the onboard depth sensor if the robot follows this path. Paths that are long and deviate from the current exploration direction are further penalized. Finally, the path having the highest exploration gain is executed. The coverage mode of HAP Planner uses a graph-based planner that maximizes the amount of mapped surface seen by the camera. First, an undirected graph is built by sampling position and heading of the robot. An information gain is calculated, called visual gain, for each vertex. This gain represents the amount of unseen surface seen by the camera from that vertex. We then select sets of vertices from this graph, and the set having the highest cumulative visual gain is selected as the best set. The path connecting the vertices in this best set is calculated by solving a traveling salesman problem and is executed by the robot. To fine-tune and evaluate the performance of the planner before field deployment, two simulation studies were conducted in a cave and an urban environment. The Rotorus simulator was used for the simulations, having a quadrotor platform carrying sensors as shown here. The performance of HAP Planner was compared with GB Planner in 5 fixed time missions in each environment. The performance metrics used in this study were the total surface seen by the visual sensor throughout the mission, and the percentage of the mapped surface seen by the visual sensor. This slide presents the results from the test in the cave environment. The cave presents large open areas with no external light. It can be seen from the plots at the bottom that HAP Planner outperformed GB Planner in terms of visual coverage. The figure on the right shows the map built by the robot during the missions of each planner, as well as some indicative planning paths. Here we show the results of the second simulation study conducted in an urban environment. The environment consists of big rooms connected by subway tunnels and has better lighting conditions than the cave. The smaller scale of the environment allows GB Planner to do well, especially in the tunnels. However, HAP Planner soon outperforms GB Planner due to the focused search of each room. This can be observed from the plots at the bottom. To verify the method in the field, we conducted experiments in a building at the University of Nevada, Reno. The selected environment consisted of a long corridor, a room, a smaller corridor, followed by a dead end. The external lighting conditions in the room were dark, and the robot relied on onboard illumination. Both HAP Planner and GB Planner were tested, and the visual coverage performance was compared. Due to the smaller size of the mission, GB Planner achieves good coverage. However, HAP Planner's ability to adapt to the environment topology and lighting conditions enables it to outperform GB Planner. This video shows the field deployment inside a building at the University of Nevada, Reno, as presented in the previous slide. The mesh representation of the mapped surface generated by Voxblox and the point cloud map can also be seen. The black parts of the mesh are explored but not seen by the camera, whereas the red parts are both explored and seen. In the first long corridor, the planner selected exploration behavior. As the robot enters the room, the planner switches to coverage behavior due to a large part of the mapped surface not being covered yet. When the room is sufficiently covered, the planner switches back to exploration mode and explores the corridor ahead. Here, we present a side-by-side comparison of Hub Planner and GB Planner during one of the missions in the cave environment simulation. Hub Planner co-optimizes the exploration and visual coverage, thus spends time visually covering all parts of the cave. On the other hand, GB Planner explores the environment quickly but fails to cover many parts of the environment. Thank you.